Hey guys, so it's that time again for story time, and this time I would like to talk about me and Jionni and how we found out that we were pregnant with Lorenzo. So obviously I met Jionni on Jersey Shore. I think it was what season was it? 5? I don't remember, there's so many seasons and I was drunk for half of them. But I met Jionni on one of Jersey Shore seasons, met him at Karma, called him Bernard, didn't want to see him again, and then Ron actually, because I told the roomies, I was like, I really want to be in a relationship, I want to get married soon and have babies, and at that time I was like 24, so I was like, come on, I want it to happen. So Ron told me to take Gionni's number down in our phone book. So I ripped it out, went home, and then I ended up calling him and I was like, hey, you wanna hang out? And surprisingly, he was like, yeah, all for it. And he came down the next day. Mind you, he was in Jersey, I'm in New York, so it took him an hour and a half to get to my house. So that's when I was like, maybe this kid really likes me. So he ended up coming over, and I lived with my mom, so I didn't want it to be awkward. So we ended up going to a bar, and then there's this nice hotel nearby. So I got us a room just in case something happened, because you know what, he was a one-night stand anyway, so why not? So we went to the bar, and obviously I got wasted, and I embarrassed him. It was karaoke night, so I was screaming on the karaoke machine, saying, Snooki's here, the party's here, being so dramatic and annoying. And he told me he wanted to leave. Now he tells me how he really felt. And he was like, yeah, I should have left you then. You were so annoying. And I'm like, God. But he stayed, thank God. But I can only imagine, can you imagine being stuck with me on a date and I'm drunk, Snooki, relax. So yeah, we went to the karaoke bar, got wasted, went to the hotel room, and basically that was that when we started our relationship. So we were besties, and then we started dating and fell in love. So, it was a year, I think. I think we were together for a year, a lot of months. And, we didn't really have any responsibilities. We weren't parents yet. We weren't married. And Jersey Shore was huge at the time. So, I was doing club appearances here and there. So I had a club appearance in Vegas. So usually when I go to Vegas, or back then when I went to Vegas, I would take all of Gionni's friends, my friends, and we would just make a huge friend trip out of it. Because we're young, why not enjoy yourself? And I'm glad that we did that, because I can look back at it now and be like, we freaking killed it. We were rock stars. So we went to Vegas. I had a few pool party invites, or appearances. We went there, we had a good time, and we just drank for 5 days straight, not even kidding you. I think it was New Year's. So we were in the Palm Suite, I felt like frickin' Beyonce. They really hooked us up. Shout out to the Palms for always taking care of me and my friends. So, we had the pool and the balcony, we were a million stories up. It was just such a good time. The best New Year's ever. So, obviously, we get drunk and we're hooking up. He's my boyfriend. So I had to go to LA after to do some press for Jersey Shore. And, we're kind of recovering from Vegas because we were drinking for 5 days straight. So I'm laying at the London, my second home, at the West Coast. I love the London. If you guys ever go to California, West Hollywood, stay at the London. It's amazing. So I'm in bed and I'm like, oh my God, I feel terrible. I'm really tired for no reason. I'm throwing up. And Gionni's like, oh, you're probably hungover. You were drinking for 5 days straight. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But something told me, just take a pregnancy test because, girl, you're feeling weird. You just know, as a woman, something's not right. Something's a little fishy going on. Ew, fishy, calm down. So I told Jionni to run to the drugstore and grab a pregnancy test. So he grabs one, and I'm like, come on. So I take one, and there's a little faint line. So usually if there's a faint line, it means you're pregnant. Because if you're not pregnant, there's not going to be a line whatsoever. But if you kind of see it and you don't, it's eh. So I made Jionni run back to the store and grab 10 pregnancy tests. Peed on all of them. And I just remember us waiting for the results of the 10 pregnancy tests. And he's sitting by the mirror over there on the floor. I'm sitting by the toilet, with my arm on it like this, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I felt I was gonna be 16 and pregnant, because at that time I was 24, but I felt so young because I was traveling and partying. It was basically still my college years. So I was like, if I have a baby, my life has to completely change. So it was terrifying. And me and Jionni like weren't ready. Like, you know, we were still a fresh relationship. We didn't know if we wanted to get married to each other. We were just having a good time with each other, but also like boyfriend and girlfriend. Like we cared about each other. So I was like, dude, this is like a huge step if we're pregnant. So some of them said pregnant. Some of them were like faint. We weren't sure. So Jionni actually called the hotline of one of the pregnancy tests. And he's like, listen, lady, we see a line, but then on the others, there's not a line. Is she pregnant or not? And the girl basically is like, if you see a line, even if it's faint, you're pregnant, you're having a baby, congratulations. And he hung up the phone, his face turned white, and we almost died. Just that feeling of like, holy crap. Like, obviously there was no doubt in my mind I would not keep the baby. I'm pregnant, it's done. Let's throw out the vodka, throw out the cigarettes, let's be good humans now, let's grow up. So there was never a doubt in my mind that we didn't want to have the baby. It was just like, holy shit, like now we can't go to Vegas now and party. We can't do all the things that we're doing right now because we're gonna be parents. So even though it was a terrifying experience, I cried a lot, Jionni cried. You know, after like 2 hours ordering room service, figuring it out, we were like, oh my God, we're having a baby. And that's when we got excited. And that's when we were like, listen, like I'll marry you. I could be with you forever. He's like, yeah, same. So the fact that we were both confident and the fact that we wanted to be with each other forever, it was just like, fine, we're good. So even though it was a scary experience, I was like, holy crap, we were so excited. I told like all my friends, and I was probably like 2 days pregnant. But I told everyone because I was so excited. And then I was like, holy crap, because we still had to film season 6. And me pregnant, filming Jersey Shore, I wasn't having it. I was like, why would I film Jersey Shore knowing that I'm pregnant and I can't go out with the roomies, get drunk, like I'm just gonna be sitting there. And plus, like, I was already starting to be a good mother because I was like, I don't want my body to be in that environment of drinking and partying. I wanna be healthy. I don't wanna be by cigarettes. I just wanna be in a little bubble so my baby is nice and protected and healthy. So right when I was making those decisions, right when I was making those decisions, I knew I was gonna be a good mom. So I was happy at the fact that, you know, this is happening. I'm gonna be a great mom even when the world was telling me I was gonna be the worst mom ever because I'm Snooki from Jersey Shore. Proved you bitches wrong. But overall, it was a scary experience, amazing, and now I have Lorenzo, and Lorenzo is 5 years old. He's in kindergarten, and Giovanna, my second, she's 3 years old. She's in preschool, and hopefully I will be pregnant by the end of the summer because I want another baby. So that is story time for me and Jionni. Finding out we were pregnant with Lorenzo, it was a hot mess, but I wouldn't change it for the world because it's a good story to tell. So comment below, guys. Let me know if you love my story, and let me know your crazy stories when you found out you were pregnant, because I'm sure everyone has a crazy story, like, holy shit, I'm pregnant. And then it's like the best thing in the world because it changed your life. So comment below, like my video, subscribe, and I'll be back with more stories. Mwah.